Welcome to Supers Live. It's time for pole night, go fast night at Madera Speedway. It's time to go fast and turn left. It's the 20th annual Summit Classic 125 pole night. I'm your host, Bob Gaylor, and we are glad you could join us for our final race of the season. 48 races we put into our 20th anniversary Gold Crest Wing season, and it has been one of the most challenging, most ambitious, and most rewarding for some of the guys of our 20-year history. If you're not familiar with the Supermodified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series, well, folks, we want you to visit supers.net. During the broadcast here tonight, learn a little bit more about us, and also during the broadcast, give us an idea where you're tuned in from so we can give you a super shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for tonight. We've got a lot on tap tonight, including time trials to see who will set on the front row, who the Super 6 is that'll go to the Fast Car Dash presented by BMK Logistics. We've also got our B main tonight, 13 drivers in, so a B main tonight to set the rest of the starting field for the drivers that are here tonight. Anybody that shows up tomorrow that did not time trial will start at the back of the Summit Classic 125. This race has a very storied history. We won't get too much into that. We'll save that for tomorrow night. But for pole night, it's all about going fast and trying to set on the front row. It's the best seat in the house here at the West Coast home of the Supermodifieds at Madera Speedway. Learn more about Madera Speedway when you go to racemadera.com. That's racemadera.com. All-time pole positions? Well, there's a tie. Bob Gaylor, Dave O hold that distinction. Ray Sand Jr. has 3. John Davidson and Miles Maxson has 2. Gary Waldron, Chris Hever, and Joe Oxett has 1. Now, if you were quick on your toes and you know math, you just added up that there's only been 8 different drivers in 20 years that have set on the pole for the Summit Classic 125. And of those 11, Dave O and Bob Gaylor are the only 2 that have set on the pole in consecutive years. Dave O has the most consecutive poles with 4. Tonight, he is looking for a record 5 Summit Classic poles in a row. They don't call him Speedy Man for nothing. He knows how to stand on the gas. He's a former Summit Classic champion, a 2-time Summit Classic champion, as a matter of fact, a Supers Triple Crown winner. He hasn't run all the races this season, but he's now 5th in points with 16 wins. Dave O joins us in the broadcast booth right now, the man that knows how to stand on the gas and turn left and go fast. Speedy Man, can you pull off your 5th straight Summit Classic pole here tonight at Madera Speedway?
We're going to give it a try. I've got some laps in to feel comfortable, so as long as I think I could put something decent together here, we go out here. I have a good chance at least the front row, not the pole, but front row would be nice.
Now, last year you were talking about your qualifying order and how you preferred to go earlier. But this year you're going off after the draw in 11th position or 10th or 11th position later on with the field you're looking at tonight. Is that going to be advantageous, or do you think that's going to be a detriment to going later?
I'm not really too sure on it. I haven't done enough to kind of pick it up on this year with the tire changes, the engine changes, kind of how that affects things now with going later and just the setup adjustments all around. I think it'll still play a little role with the track warming up over time. So the car will probably be a little bit looser than it would, right out of the gate if you're going probably in the first 4 cars. But, but just aiming for the front row. If I can put together a decent lap, I think I can accomplish that and have a good starting spot for tomorrow night.
Well, this is a Golden State Classic championship race. You've dominated those with dash wins and feature wins. Any thought on that as you look to the dash tonight to try to wrap that entire thing up? It's pretty much a foregone conclusion, but those points will add up for the championship. You could still move up in the points championship for the overall season championship.
Yeah, I think that's something to look at. The bonus points coming out of that swing championship will help. any points I can collect along the way. It's definitely going to take some other drivers to have some unfortunate luck here with the long race tomorrow night, or even tonight itself qualifying, and how things play out. But there's a chance. I just don't really see it happening with the drivers that have been up there and the consistency throughout the season.
Dave, I want to wish you the best of luck as you go for your 5th straight Summit Classic 125 pole. You've really enjoyed these longer races, and we know that starting up front is the best seat in the house to get out front and go fast and go try to stretch it out. So good luck to you tonight. We'll be keeping our eyes on the TMS Wolfpack number 11 Black Beauty out there, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you at the end of the broadcast. So good luck.
Thank you.
Well, the guy that has a lot to gain and a lot to lose tonight is the guy who is second in points. He is challenging for his first Goldcrest Wing Supermodified Championship. Real quickly, as he gets ready to strap into his heatfinder.net, Adkins Glass, number 22, Elyria, Ohio, Zach Sears. Zach, one of the guys that helps you out a lot. Not here tonight. The guy that sat on the front row the last 3 years with the guy we just talked to, Dave O, Brad Keyser, unable to make it. How good do you think your chances are that you're going to lock up the front row with Dave O and take some extra added value points for the Golden State Classic time trial points that'll go towards your championship hopes?
Well, I hope to lock the front row out with my teammate Dave, but there's never a guarantee here. Last year I came close. I think I was within, a tenth or so of Brad and Dave. But there's, always the chance that, something goes wrong. You can spin out under power. We did a little bit of testing before we got on today. But just hoping to have the car underneath me and be able to make a consistent, decent lap that can lock out the front row and hopefully keep the mod squad team up front and finally, seed that front row. As I haven't been able to do the last couple of years that I've been able to run this.
Definitely looking for his first front row start. Zach Sears, best of luck to you in that mod squad, Adkins Glass, number 22.
Thank you.
Zach Sears, ladies and gentlemen, your current point leader, looking to set on the front row, as are 11 other drivers. Former pole sitter Gary Waldron in here tonight as well. Gary has 2 front row starts. Ray Sand Jr. has the most front row starts at 7. Bob Gangwell with 5. Rob Horn, Dave O, 4. John Davidson, Miles Maxson, Brad Keyser, 3. As we said, Gary Waldron. And then your current track record holder, Joe Oxett, has 2. Chris Hevron, Dominic Joya has 1 front row start. And all 11 different drivers are set on the front row for SUPRS Summit Classic 125. The guys are getting ready to go right now with qualifications for the Summit Classic 125. You want to learn more about how you can go for the pole at any of the SUPRS races, go to supers.net, click the driver tab, and you can become a SUPRS member. Real Supermodified drivers are welcome. Brian Sweeney's been poking around a little bit, hoping maybe we can get him in, former Supermodified racer at Oswego Speedway. And anybody can race. We've got Carl Becker in here tonight, 80 years old. And Danny Ray, 74 years old. We've got Daniel Nance, 2023 Rookie of the Year. He's just turned 21. Jeremy Kingsley, the only rookie making an attempt for his first Summit Classic start today. Jeremy out of Amelia, Ohio. You'll see him in the number 97 rookie car. He scored his number 75, but driving the number 97 rookie car. Wait till you see the paint job he's going to be doing up for the non-wing season. You guys are going to love it. For those of you that are familiar with Eddie Van Halen, he is doing up a pretty cool paint scheme that looks like the Eddie Van Halen guitar. And field just getting ready here, dropped an admin, so getting Bobby Hayduck back in. Hayduck, a former flagman for the Supermodifieds. Let us know where you're tuned in, folks. We'd love to give you a super shout out. Tell us who your favorite driver is. Watching us for the first time, you're about to see the ultimate short track sim racing car. Doing this since 2004 as a way to give back to the real racing community. Super modified division. Here we go, getting ready to go with our first qualifier of the night from Crestline, Ohio. Your first driver on the track. Keith, put one on you, Powell. Powell has never won this race before. Won some big ones with Supers. Has never won this one. Keith Powell, sponsored by Icings on Top, also sponsor of our Triple Crown Award, the Super Modified Sim Racing Triple Crown, presented by Icings on Top. Powell also sponsored by CPR Motorsports, as well as Mayfield Garage. The Mayfield Missile, a special paint job for SUPRS 20th year, was one of the first colors that his dad had on his race car, his Super Modified. Keith Powell now rolling up to the make ready shoot. Here at Madera, the back gate would open and close as the cars go out to time trial, but in the virtual version, the gate will be open all night long. Again, the track record here is an 11,183. I'll be looking to get her into the Super 6 so he can run the dash. He'll be going green first time by the stripe. Here he comes to that blue and yellow machine. Keith Powell starts his Summit Classic pole run. Powell looking good down through turn 2 and good traction off of turn number 4 in that Mayfield Missile. Powell now ready to complete lap number 1. And Powell clicks off 12,225 and 11,998 lap number 2, a 225 and 11,998 for Keith. Put one on you, Powell. So good run for Powell. Next up on the schedule to go out in the qualifying order will be the driver from Goshen, Indiana in the Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen Machine, Danny Ray. Danny Ray in the 08. Danny Ray, 74 years old. Ray, sponsored by Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen and White Lightning Transportation. Here he comes to complete his first qualifying lap for the Summit Classic 125. He clicks off a 12,188. 12,188. Danny Ray getting into sim racing during COVID. Just something to do and have fun. 11,909. He goes to the top. 909 for Danny Ray. Up next, your current point leader by just 4 points over Brad Keyser. And look, I think he moves into the back end of the points lead just by showing up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Elyria, Ohio, it's Zach Sears. In the Mod Squad.info machine, lap number 1. It's a fast one. 606, 11,606 for Zach Sears. Here he comes, looking for faster yet off of turn 4. It looks square and good. And no, he is not faster on lap number 2. It's a 627. 627 for Sears. And a good run for him. on top of the charts for Zach Sears. Next out onto the racetrack from North Syracuse, New York. This driver has been one of the staunchest supporters of Supers since he joined and was Rookie of the Year for the non-wing race cars. And the teesforecast.com, number 12, Anthony Corsier, the Quiet Storm, takes the green flag to begin his Summit Classic time trial run. Orsaniti rounds turn number 4. He's looking for the white flag. Completes lap number 1. Goes to second on the charts with 11.668. 11.668 for Corsaniti as he hauls into turn number 3. There he comes. Oh, a big push off of 4. He hangs on, does not go faster. It's an 11.751. 11.751 for Corsaniti on lap number 2. So not bad. Second quick right now for Anthony Corsaniti out of North Syracuse, New York. The driver coming out next is one of those drivers that really knows how to stand on the gas. Ladies and gentlemen, don't drop your stick. Bobby Hayduck. Hayduck out of Brook Park, Ohio. Hayduck starts his time trial run in the Gannon Auto Sales, Bronx Country, number 14. Lap number 1 in the bag for Bobby Hayduck. It's a 7.72. That's a 12.772. And here comes lap number 2 for Bob Hayduck, and it's faster, a 12.337, 12.337, 12.337 for Bob Hayduck as Supers race director and flagman, pit steward extraordinaire. Was a member way back in 2004, just like this guy from Wyoming, Michigan, on the racetrack down the Michigan Hill Gang, Pinawato Supply Machine, G-Dub, Gary Waldron. Waldron, former pole sitter here in 2005 for the Summit Classic. Lap number 1 in the bag. It's a 12.664, 12.664. Waldron will want to pick it up here. A little bit sketchy off of turn number 2. Here he comes now to complete lap number 2. Gary Waldron picks it up just a little bit. 12.420. 12.420 for Waldron. Waldron on the pole in 2005. Set outside road number 1 in 2006. Making his first appearance here at Madera Speedway from Amelia, Ohio. Driving the number 97 rookie machine. Sponsored by 5150 Energy Drink. Jeremy Kingsley. 12.813 on lap number 1. Lap number 2 of 5.57. So not bad for his first try. Next out on the racetrack from Cicero, New York. Has missed a few races due to family commitments. Glad to have him back on the track. Creative assistant number 4, Stephen Vincent. Vincent in the 4. Here comes lap number 1 for the driver of the number 4, and it's a 12.157, 12.157. Lap 2 in the bag. It's a 133. 12.133. Next out on the racetrack, SUPRS Elder Statesman. And Carl Becker crashes on exit. Next out on the racetrack from Goshen, Indiana, driving the number 25, it's Bob Gangwer. .0 on Gangwer's first lap. An 11.96 for Gangwer. That's fourth quick on the charts. Welcome back to the broadcast. It's time to continue here with our time trials. Like real racing, we could just say somebody blew an engine or something like that. But the guy that always stands on the gas begins his time trial run in quest of his fifth straight Summit Classic pole. From Union, Connecticut, Dave-O, Speedy Man on the racetrack right now. Here he comes out of turn number 4 for lap number 1. And it's a fast one at 11.401, right to the top right away. Does he have a 3? Last year it was a 3.02. He sat on the pole with a 3.02. It's a 3.42 this year. An 11.342 right now. Provisionally, 5th straight pole. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one wicked fast time. Dave-O out of Union, Connecticut. Speedy Man, your fast qualifier so far, but still to go, be the number 2 of former Rookie of the Year in the Wing Supermodified division, Daniel Nans, out of Baldwinsville, New York. Dan, sponsored by Hahn Welding Supply. Hahn Welding Supply and Nans Brothers Racing. Also a big fan of Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Daniels Nans takes the green flag to begin his time trial run, attempting to make his second Summit Classic. Here he comes off of turn number 4. Lap number 1 completed. It's a good one, 12.259. That's just not quite fast enough for the fast 6, but he's going to try to pick it up here on lap number 2. A little bit of squirreliness there, but he does go faster. A 12.013. 12.013. Next up on the racetrack will be the 13 of Rapid Ryan Clunan. Clunan out of Oswego, New York. Sponsored by simability.com. Driver knows no other speed but fast. They call him Rapid Ryan Clunan. Let's see what he has. If he can knock Zach Sears off the front row right now, the time to beat to be on the front row is an 11.606. Here comes Clunan. Green flag flies. And that car is wicked loose on entry. Watching him off of 4, lap number 1. An 11.675. He's got a shot. He's got to pick up over a second here. Can he do it? Looks good off of 4 this time. Sideways. Saves it. It's a 6.96. Comes up just shy of the front row. So Ryan Clunan, man, putting it all on the line to try to set on the front row for the Summit Classic 125. Ryan Clunan, third quick qualifier. He'll go to the fast car dash. Dave-O, your fast qualifier. Zach Sears, second quick. And actually, Anthony Corsiniti, third quick with a 6.68. So check that. Clunan, fourth quick. So we'll get your fast car dash set up here right quickly. We'll go with that 6-lap BMK Logistics Fast Car Dash. Now, these points for the dash add up for the Golden State Classic Championship, as well as the season-long BMK Logistics Fast Car Dash Challenge. Dave O is leading that one. Congratulations to Dave O, your fast qualifier here. Pole sitter. Stand by, folks. We'll have the Fast Car Dash lineup for you. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with the BMK Logistics Fast Car Dash and the B-Main. You're enjoying live Supermodified sim racing, the finest on the Supers Broadcasting Network.